What's good, family? Back in for the second week of my new mesocycle. I'm still going to document it, even though like the training stuff is very similar, it's very repetitive, it's very boring. Something which, of course, a lot of people in their off seasons or gaining phases, they get bored. Like so many people nowadays, I get that with clients sometimes as well. Like they've done a program for 4 weeks and they're like, right, can we change the program now? And I'm thinking, you're never going to progress if you're just continuously keep changing what you are doing every 4 weeks, for example. So this is week number 2. So in week number 1, we focused on standardizing our form, setting baseline numbers, making sure everything was spot on. And now going into week number 2 of the mesocycle, it's a case of beating what I did in that week number 1. Now, when you start a new training program, you will find that logbook numbers in the first kind of couple rotations or the first sort of 4 to 6 weeks, you will progress quite significantly in a short space of time. And that's purely just down to the novelty of doing a new split, new exercises, setup. You'll find that your body adapts to that very quickly. Your body's fucking smart when it comes to all this type of stuff. So I'm expecting today, or this week I should say, this is my first session of the week, I'm expecting all my logbook numbers to pretty much be above what they were last week. I'm just going to show you how realistic you can progress naturally as well, because unfortunately these 10 kilo increments and 5 reps up, reality is it's not like that. When you get deeper into an off season, it's, you know, less and less. You gain like 1 extra rep, maybe 2 if you're lucky, even half a rep, and that's reality. That's in it. And in natural bodybuilding, you have to invest into the long games. You have to be doing this for a long fucking period of time in order for you to get to a result. A lot of us, including myself, I've been like that in the past, aren't willing to commit 2 years without being like 2 years without seeing your abs. Like, it's quite disheartening, quite demotivating, but that's what's going to build your fucking physique. So yeah, taking my pre as usual. My lips are like tingling today. It's like, I don't even know. We're going to get into the fucking gym and we are going to absolutely slaughter today's session. The other day I was doing my RDLs and something happened when I was doing my RDLs. I went home and like my tailbone was like absolutely written off. Like it was so inflamed, it was so painful, like I could barely walk. So I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be out here for fucking weeks and weeks. But that happened on Sunday. It's now Tuesday and the pain is just pretty much non-existent now. So God knows what happened there. I need to be fucking super careful because I am picking up more niggles, and that's the fucking annoying side of things. When you're training to failure, when you're pushing hard, you will I'm getting the tingles in my ears. I fucking hate that feeling. You know, the tingles start kicking in and you're like, it's all around my lips and that, all my tash. Now I keep touching it and it's making it worse. It's fucking, oh, it's making me shiver. What was I even saying? You know, I've been smoking too much when I forget what I'm saying. Fucking hell. Anyway, it's my first day of quitting cannabis. I forgot to tell you. Day number 1 of quitting cannabis. I will probably last about a couple of days, which is bad because I smoke every day. It's a poor habit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that one. Anyway, enough waffling, enough of this. Enough of that. More of this, more action, more working. Instead of fucking telling you what I'm doing, I'll show you what I fucking do, motherfuckers. What's up, guys? So today's video is going to be slightly different to what you're used to. I'm going to go into detail how I've been able to turn my passion into my career. So basically a little bit of background and story from me. I studied personal training and fitness management at university. I graduated with a 2-1, which I was happy about. And from then, ever since I graduated in 2018, I've applied what I've learned there and I've been patient. I've refused to get another job. I've spent, you know, a good solid 6 months after graduation being very poor, very skint. But I was very determined to be my own boss, start my own path, my own journey. And when I sit here now and I think about putting money in other people's pockets, I couldn't think of anything worse, in my opinion. This is, of course, I know people have 9-to-5 jobs and stuff like that, so I'm not discrediting that at all. But for me, I wanted to put money in my own pocket and be my own boss. I think I gained that from university and obviously having to do independent studies and stuff like that. You know, I like to be in control of what my day looks like. So firstly, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break down kind of what you can do to actually make money in the fitness industry. Now, everyone nowadays is an online coach. You know, everyone's offering personal training, online plans. So it's very saturated, but what you can do, and these are a few things which you can do to make, like I said, make your passion into a career. You know, I have been able to do this in the space of 2 years. I've worked extremely hard. I haven't had any days off in the past 2 years. You know, that's the self-employed aspect of things. You have to work, you have to grind, you have to accept that, you know, being self-employed does come with risks. You know, I could, you know, lose a lot of my clients tomorrow, and you know, my income could be halved for the month. So you do have good months, you do have bad months. Anyway, I'm waffling on there. First things first, getting results. This industry is built upon results. You need to be getting results with clients. If you're not getting results, nobody's going to invest into you. You know, you need to be getting results. So that's the first important thing that everyone needs to be doing, is getting results. Now, that can be with clients, that can be with yourself. So firstly, what I did is, for example, which is my second point, is using social media. So I started social media, or YouTube in general, when I was at university, you know, on a student budget back in the day, you know, that type of stuff, you know, budget myself to what, 60 quid a week or whatever it is, something like that. I was adding value to people. I was adding value to people's lives. People kept coming back to watch me. You know, people got something from my video. I wanted people to get, whether it was a smile, whether it was some value they could put into their training, whether it was just life, whether it was uni. I wanted people to gain some value from my Instagram or from my YouTube videos, whatever it might be. So you need to be providing value. So you want people to come back, and this is what I see nowadays, and this is what I see a lot of coaches do. A lot of people I see on Instagram, what is a protein? What is a carb? What is a fat? Nobody gives a fuck about what that is. People already know what a protein is. People already know what a carb is. They don't need to know about that type of stuff. They want to know more personal stuff. So what have you done in the past 6 months to get your deadlift to 180 kilos? You know, what have you done to improve your back over the past 6 months? That is what people are interested in. They're not interested in fucking what is a protein, what is a carb, what is a fat. We know that stuff. It's very basic. So be more personal. There's nobody on social media nowadays that, I mean, there's people out there that does what I do, but they're not. I don't see it anymore, and I think that is a really good selling point. If you can be yourself, if you can showcase the good, the bad, the happy and the sad side of things, people like that. People invest into that. Like, if you ask 99% of my clients why they invested into me, it's because they invested into myself. If that makes sense, they invested into my journey. They've been following me for years, and they've gone, look, I like what George does. I want to be the same. I want to be George, which is crazy to think, but that's how people think. That's how I think as well. That's how I think when I look at other people that are doing better than me. I want to be like them. How am I going to be like them? So learning and investing into that, and, you know, providing value as best as you possibly can. So if you're sitting there thinking, oh, what should I do now? Showcase your life. People will love it. Who sits here watching me fucking do full days of eating? Who watches other YouTubers? I sit here sometimes going, what the fuck am I doing? I'm watching someone else right now. But people love it, and people invest into that. So really use social media. Get on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok now. You know, there's loads of things out there. Be unique, be yourself, showcase and provide value, showcase your journey, and showcase other people's journeys. Like, if you have clients right now, showcase their journeys, and people go, hang on, I look quite similar to him. You know what? I want to be like that client of George's. I'm going to invest into George because I want to do the exact same. So you kind of get the gist of that. Secondly, what I put here is invest. So with what I've got a coach. I've invested my money into a coach. So I'm learning from other people as well. Something which I recommend any sort of PT, any sort of online or inspiring online coach to do is invest into another coach so you can learn from them. If you're in a position right now where you cannot afford a coach because they're too expensive, then there's member sites. So Train by JP is a great one. You can learn pretty much everything on there, from drugs, from training to nutrition, everything. You could also go to seminars, events, for example. You know, there's plenty of seminars from the muscle mentors. They always have events on, well, not this year, but 2019, 2018, they always have seminars on where you can learn about the anatomy, things like that. So there's plenty out there. And as much as you sit here right now and going, oh, fuck me, that £100 a month coming out of my pocket is quite expensive. Further down the line, you will get that money back, whether that's gaining a new client, whether that's doing whatever, you will gain that money back. So what I always think about now is the investments that I make are contributing to the investment that I get back in the future. So whether that's whatever opportunity might come up. So a lot of people think of the short-term aspect of things. We all do that. But when you think of the bigger picture and going, actually, if I invest now, I might get that return further down the line, then that's a win. That's an absolute win. So, you know, I spend well over, I mean, I'm going to tell you, you know, I spend well over £500-600 a month on just trying to learn. And it's a lot, it takes a lot out of my pocket. But believe me, I'm getting more than that now. And it's getting to a point where that £600 is not nothing to me. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that. But it doesn't affect me as much anymore because I've learned to invest into that and I've got the return from that. So the best investment you can always make is within yourself. Remember that, whether that's a coach, whether that's member sites, whether that's seminars, events, whatever it might be, invest into your motherfucking self because it will reward eventually down the line. So what I personally did when I was first starting out with coaching is I took on clients for free when I was at university. Now, there are benefits to that. Of course, you get to build up a portfolio. You know, if you can train clients for free, that means you're going to get results. However, when you are taking on people for free, people do take the piss. Be prepared. Be prepared to do the dog shit work, the nitty gritty stuff that you don't want to be doing for free. It's a part of it. It's a way of getting started, in my opinion. I remember when I first started, I took on maybe 2 or 3 clients. Luckily at the time I was doing YouTube, so I did have a bit of a following, and you know, gaining clients in the first place was easier for me. I'm not saying it was easy because I worked extremely hard to be in that position, but it was easier for me because I had a platform already. So I took on clients for free. Of course, when you offer something for free, you are going to attract cheap people. You know, when your prices are cheap, you are going to attract cheap people. It's unfortunately a part of it. But when you obviously expand and then you can obviously put your pricing up to maybe, let's say, £150 a month. When it comes to someone paying £150 a month, they're going to be like, shit, I'm paying £150 a month. I better make fucking the most of it. I better get my money's worth. Whereas when someone's obviously charging £20-30 a month, people are like, meh, it's 30 quid. I don't give a fuck. Who gives a shit? It's only £30. I'll get that next month or whatever. See, no one really cares, or no one has much value when it comes to obviously being cheap. So that's the massive downside of obviously doing coaching for free or doing it at a low price, is you are going to attract people that, you know, aren't going to be committed. You know, they're going to piss you off. They're going to play you around, for example. Apologies, that was my laptop. But as you get more advanced, as you gain more clients, you can start putting up your price as the demand gets higher. And again, you're investing into yourself, remember. You're investing into coaching, you're investing into learning how to improve your spreadsheet, whatever it might be. So when a client goes, George, why are you actually increasing your price? And then you tell them, oh, I'm increasing my price because I've done this to my sheets. I've expanded my knowledge. I'm adding this to my sheets. Now I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So you need to justify why you're actually increasing your price. But first and foremost, if you're starting out, definitely recommend trying taking on clients for free, whether it's friends, whether it's family, whatever it might be, and just getting some results, getting just a portfolio underneath your, I don't even know what the term is, underneath your arm. It's not the right term, is it? Fucking hell, George. And then obviously building from there. So when I started out, I took on clients for free. I then decided to start charging people £50 to begin with. And believe it or not, I still have one client. I think my price was £50 or £60. I can't remember off the top of my head. I've still got that client to this day. 2.5 years later, I've still got that client, and he's still on the same fucking money. Because at the end of the day, I have expanded my knowledge, but he's invested into me for 2.5 years. And that's the least I can do, is giving back. I don't know where I'm going with it. I'm just having a waffle about coaching and things like that. And if he ever left and he came back, guess what? He's going to be on the new price, because that's the part of coaching, that's a part of business. So you're always looking to expand. Now, what I don't want people to do is devalue their service or downvalue or downgrade their service, because a lot of the time when people ask you, okay, how much is your pricing, and what's your pricing of your coaching, whatever, and then people go, oh, I'm going to put maybe £75 because I'm not sure whether he's going to say yes or say no. Be confident with what you do. Say, right, this is my price and this is what I offer. If people don't want it, that's fine, that's cool, because there always will be another one coming along. But be confident with what you're offering, and don't devalue yourself. That's the worst thing you could do, is discount your coaching, because if you're discounting your coaching, you're discounting yourself. You will never see me offer coaching, 50% off this month, 25% off. If you sign up now, you get this. You will never see that, because I am very confident with what I do. I'm very confident in my coaching, my knowledge, my experience, my skills, because I've got to that point. I've been doing it for a couple of years now. But when you're first starting out, you devalue and downgrade your knowledge, your skills. Don't be like that. Don't do that at all. Be proud of who you are, what your business is. Even if you're part-time right now, be proud of what you do, and don't let, if someone asks you, oh, can we arrange a deal or something, I'm a student. No, because you just know it doesn't work like that. So yeah, I know I've waffled on. I ain't really added much value in that space of a couple of minutes, but again, don't devalue your service. Be confident and proud about what you do, and obviously as you start building results, as you start showcasing that, people will invest. People will come to you, and you won't have to go to other people and ask them. And that's the beauty of it now. Like for me, I'm in a position where people come to me for coaching. I don't ask them, do you want to be coached or anything like that. That's a good position to be in. And as long as you can continue building up your knowledge, as long as you're looking to expand, as long as you're always willing to learn and not stuck in your own ways because, okay, this is how I do it and I'm not willing to change. Always look to change, always look to be open-minded, and remember that one doesn't fit all. So just because you do this type of training and you get a client doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be on the same training split as what you are, because their goals might be very different. So again, just be very, very patient. Again, I'm just going to leave it here because I might do like a part 2, because I've got so much to talk about. I would go on for ages about online coaching, but I don't want to bore people and waffle on too long. Let us know your thoughts, guys. Any sort of feedback will be greatly appreciated. But like I said, I'm making good money from coaching at the age of 23. My income is okay. It's not obviously great, but it's okay for where I am, and I've built this in 2 years, and I'm super, super proud of that. I want to continue expanding that. I want to, be able to say, look, I'm one of the best coaches in this country or on the planet, as bad as that sounds. I really would love that. But I've been able to change my dream. I've been able, what am I even going on about? I've been waffling for too long. I've been able to turn my hobby into my career, my passion. And I've been relentless, on Instagram. I'm posting every day. YouTube, I've posted for 4 years now on YouTube. I'm back on it. I'm uploading twice a week, as well as having over 40 clients right now. I'm still keeping that priority because I want to add value. I want to, again, use this platform in order for me to expand my coaching business. Maybe 1 or 2 people might inquire after this. Who knows? So yeah, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope you're all well. Lots of love. Be on the lookout for another video later this week. And as always, thank you for all your support, all your lovely words, your comments, your likes, your shares. Everything is greatly appreciated. Lots of love. I've said that fucking twice now. Just go, George, and I'll see you in a bit.
And I'm burning up. I only smoke weed when I'm turning up. Need to watch out for these scummy cunts. I don't need any friends, I got Monica. Monica's tall and she's sharp, and I used to let her rest in the park when it's dark. Cause the way the game goes, man, the way the game goes, gotta watch out for your foes, cause they're so close to home now. Cause they're so close to home. No face, but these bitches really feeling me.